Welcome to seated postural alignment practice. To begin with, make sure you've got some space under your thighs. You want your feet parallel, your ankles under your knees straight out in front of your hip sockets. So you want parallel space between the bones of the feet and the legs. So you have a stable foundation down through your legs into the floor and down through your backside into the seat. From this stable foundation, gently lifting, lengthening and opening up through the spine, as if you're being gently lifted from the nape of the neck. Make sure you're not collapsed in the midriff, so lift those side ribs off of your pelvis. So you have that overall gentle lifting, lengthening and opening to the nape of the neck. The front of the chest is relaxed down. The shoulders are relaxed. Extend the arms and rest the hands on the knees or the thighs, whichever is comfortable. And just make sure there's a little bit of space under the armpits. Then gently draw the jawline up and back a little, so you get a sense of gentle lengthening in the back of the neck, overall lifting to the crown of your head. So these are your basic seated alignments. Now let's do some basic being attentive to the breathing work. So close your eyes. We close the eyes just to help avoid distraction, so you can focus a little bit more on what's going on inside. So first of all, be aware of your seated alignments. Your feet on the floor, your backside on the seat. That stable foundation, lifting, lengthening and opening up through the spine to the nape of the neck. The shoulders, the arms, the hands relaxed. The front of the chest relaxing. So just make sure you're not puffing out your chest and make sure you're not collapsed in the midriffs. Jawline drawn gently up and back, lightness and space in the neck, lifting to the crown of the head. And just lift at the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth behind your upper front teeth. Just helps make sure the jawline is relaxed but not slack. Now remember, if you get uncomfortable sitting still, you can always fidget and move a little bit, but then see if you can find these basic alignments again. Now being attentive to the breath. To begin with, just notice the air moving in your airways as you breathe. So we're not aiming to control or regulate the breath, just to notice the air moving on the in-breath and notice the air moving on the out-breath. So one of the purposes of being attentive to the breath is to begin to calm the mind. If you can calm the mind, you can begin to relax your nerves. If you can relax your nerves, you can begin to relax all the soft tissues in your body. But remember, it's relax without collapse, so make sure you maintain your alignments up through your skeletal structure, that sense of lifting, lengthening and opening upwards out of that stable foundation. So feeling the air moving in your airways on the in-breath and on the out-breath. The nostrils, the nasal cavities, the throat, the windpipe, the airways down into the lungs, and feeling the air moving in the lungs themselves. The air in the room around us is cooler than the inside of the body, so notice. Cool air on the in-breath, warm air on the out-breath. So being attentive to the breath to begin to calm the mind, to help you relax. Remembering relax without collapse. Being attentive to the breath also to bring your awareness out of your thinking intellectual head and down into your feeling physical body. So following the air as you breathe helps you get your awareness into your body a little bit more. Now obviously the air just moves in the airways, but the movement associated with the breath goes deeper into your body. So now let's just spend a little bit of time being attentive to the movement of your body with the breath. And to begin with, I'd like you to focus on the mid-torso area. So that's the soft tissue area beneath your rib cage. So keep your eyes closed, but just settle your awareness down just below your rib cage. Notice the movement down there. So on the in-breath, the abdominal wall moves out a little. On the out-breath, the abdominal wall moves in a little. So just notice that movement. The abdominal wall moves outwards on the in-breath and inwards on the out-breath. And try and make sure you can feel that movement in the front of the body, in the sides of the body, and in the back of the body. So in the front of the body, that solar plexus area beneath your breastbone. In the sides of the body, in the midriff area. And in the back of the body, behind the midriff, sort of either side of the spine beneath your bottommost ribs. Now the easiest place to feel movement is in the abdominal wall. Now see if you can feel a little bit deeper into your body. So the diaphragm knits into the bottom of the rib cage, from the bottom of the breastbone at the front, all the way round to the back at the bottom of the rib cage. So if you let your awareness sort of soak into your body, see if you can feel movement with the breath behind your abdominal wall. So on the in-breath, the diaphragm moves down a little. On the out-breath, the diaphragm moves up. So with your awareness deeper into the body in the mid-torso area, and you feel that slight movement downwards as you breathe in and upwards as you breathe out. So we're getting that awareness deeper into the body. Now see if you can combine being aware of the movement of your abdominal wall as you breathe and the movement deeper into your belly area as you breathe. So on the in-breath, the diaphragm moves down, the abdominal wall moves out. On the out breath, the diaphragm moves up and the abdominal wall moves in. So in that belly area, on the in-breath, a sense of movement down and out. On the out-breath, a sense of movement up and in. Now obviously the air is going in and out of the lungs, but you get some sense of the belly area gently swelling with the in-breath and then settling inwards on the out-breath. So being attentive to the breath to calm the mind, to help relax the nerves and all the soft tissues of the body, remembering relax without collapse, and also to get your awareness out of your thinking intellectual head and more into your feeling physical body. Everything beginning to settle down and calm down after whatever you were doing before the practice. In addition, just keeping the mind focused on being attentive to the breath helps develop your ability to stay focused on feelings rather than thinking. But now it's time to move on, so slowly open your eyes, accommodate to the light. And after sitting still for a while, have a little bit of a fidget, move around a little. And then we'll move on to the next part of the class.